And I just wanted to say, you know, it's awesome that you're going through all these little exercises. I went through them over the last 6 years building, and oh my goodness, the lessons just keep coming and coming, and even just me teaching them, it's coming through. Um, Later next week, I think I'm going to have a podcast with Rebecca Rose, and we're going to talk about some of the material that I'm using to do this 22-day challenge, um, because it's completely changed my life. And I just want to say there's a reason for the 22 days. The first 7 days are really important because they're building a foundation. So, first of all, it's the the laws, the 7 laws, and then it comes down to the agencies of those laws, and then the effects. And that's all related to Builders of the Additum, which is the tarot by Paul Foster Case. And if you've never heard of him, you should look him up. And then on YouTube, there's also his understudy, Ann Davies. And Ann Davies did a series of lectures on Paul Foster Case's work. And so I'm basically taking her work and the work of all that material, it's definitely Neville Goddard's material, and putting it all together for you in 22 days. Um, and what's important about that is if you can really focus on each lesson, because there's going to be a summary at each and on each episode, and that summary is going to play out however you want it to play out in your life. And we can certainly go back to, where I found the Freud quiz, or where, this material is in Neville Goddard's work, or where it is in Ann Davies' lectures. But I'm getting it just to an introduction. And you can take it where you want to take it. For me, this has completely, the lessons are just ongoing. They're layers and layers and layers of lessons. And by looking at things different ways, you're able to tap into your mindset and understand, most importantly, where you want to change those things that maybe you don't so much like. And I just want to say that we're all on this journey, and no one is perfect. And the the way that we view things, if we go through all these exercises, completely changes. And you start to realize, especially the mirror exercise, like, you know, there's so many times where someone, was telling me something, and they continued to tell me over and over again. And it was like, why is this coming up? Why is this pattern in me? And I know, like, so many people try to deflect from that, and they say, pay attention to a more positive thought. But I think when you, first of all, can look in the mirror or look at what you're projecting out and take the deep dive into, you know, what's holding you back in your life, or what, getting to the real root of the pattern, then you're able to transmute it. And I know transmute is kind of a triggering word for some people, but the whole point is to heal and to do what you truly want, to get what you truly want out of your mindset. And it's a combination of life experience, it's a combination of, you know, actually having the time to process what's going through in your mind. It's a matter of having the right support system. Um, I know so many people that, they they go for years and years and years going to a therapist, and they talk it out with the therapist. And that's true of some of the higher teachings of, some of the work, is that for people to figure it out themselves. But I think a therapist is just one tool, and it can serve its purpose, certainly. But if you're not getting to the root of what you need to see, then you're just perpetuating and continuing to choose that um, that path. And if you truly want to make a change in your life, um, you have to think outside the box. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And, you know, some people don't want to do that, and that's their choice. And, you reap what you sow. We're going to get to that. That'll probably be, I don't know, day 13. Um, because there is definitely a method to all 22 days walking through each one of these. It's similar to the hero's journey. Everybody talks about the hero's journey. The hero's journey is in the fool's journey. And the fool's journey is in every one of these days. And we're going to look at the fool in the last day. Today, we're looking at the magician. And I started with the magician because it was it was going to get you to the fastest results. And the number one, there's a reason he's number one in the tarot. The reason he's number one is that what you concentrate on, whether that's desire, whether it's something that you're unconsciously seeing pop up in your life as a pattern and unconscious, maybe you know it's going on, but you don't know how to stop it. And so then it becomes a choice, right? I mean, you have this pattern, but you don't know how to let it go. Um, so the first step is the focus, the ability to concentrate and say, "Hey, this is going on in my life. How do I stop it? Or how do I, in the case of wealth, how do I expand it?" So there, I just showed you the opposites, life and death. And this gets into much deeper teachings, but what you give attention to, you're giving your power to, whether you like it or not. And you might be unconscious that you're doing that. And you might be unconscious as to why you're reenacting a wound from decades. Could be decades you had this wound, like from childhood. You didn't even know that this was running your life. So, this first key is like the number one law to, in the case of the Wizard of Oz, pulling back the curtain. Who's behind the curtain? The wizard. So, I hope to leave you with that. And I look forward to the next 22 days. Have a wonderful evening.